throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Wentz. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner. And he
fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Oh, fighting off the defender. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Fournette. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On play action, Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Steven Sims Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
McCoy Hardman on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill completes it to Hardman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Titans 14, Colts 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. We're good.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Titans' 48-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the
2nd and 8.
14, Colts 7.
He's coming. We got double up. Here. Fast. Let's 5-7. 46 down, man, 5-4. No. He's checking. Crash.
To throw is Wentz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Mark Barrett came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Wentz going to lead for Taylor on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
That's the score. 17. Titans 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rolling to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Witt's going to give this to Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Wentz. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon in charge.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackle.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Leonard Fournette with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. On 2nd down now. Cloud, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there on the screen pass. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Off the option, here's Taylor. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
You don't want no problems with me.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Stewart. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wentz going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shaw. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, Wentz rolling to his left. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Fournette on the counter. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. 3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Colts, first down.
Now Wentz.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this one.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Wentz. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Tennessee, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Colts,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.